Let's get into it then. The tension has never been higher between these two sides, these two squads, and Furia leading 2-1. The opportunity of a lifetime is right there for the grasping. They just have to be capable enough to do it. And they've got a hard task ahead of them, Josh. Listen, let's not beat around the bush here and talk about this, because double duelists for MIBR, they are undefeated when they're playing Zekken and Aspas side by side, playing the duelist roles. For Furia, they're going to have to do what no team has been able to do against them to try and bring it over that line.
But it is a small sample size. They're 3-0 right now, you're right. But at the same time, we haven't seen MIBR played against too many of the teams out here. And also, as much as Aspas and Zekken look fantastic on Breeze, you could say exactly the same about Koala Noob and Allen. This is a map where both teams thrive with this double duelist comp. So the mirror is going to be spectacular to potentially close this series if Furia takes it. But you're so right, the next two maps are double duelist maps. We've seen MIBR play double duelist on both Breeze and Split, and the difference is palpable. Mimi was talking about it on the desk with the others too. But MIBR, when they play solo duelist, 2-3, a losing record right now. Again, small sample size, but 3-0 with the double duelist. Is that trend going to break here? Can Furia manage to overcome? So far, honestly, I think they're good for it.
Yeah, they've been playing out of their minds.
And they've also been shutting down the Aspas value. Really heavy, I think.
Yeah.
They've had such a good read on when the economy allows Aspas to be able to get an operator online, how to call around it. This map, though, it's so open. It's almost inevitable you're going to run into the guy at some point.
Yeah. You can see that clash made manifest in the way that these duelists are going to go head-to-head. Koala Noob, he has been playing it incredibly well, honestly, all of Kickoff.
Yeah, he really has. And he's going to get the op in his hands a ton here.
He's keeping the energy going as well.
Yeah, why wouldn't you be? I think the risk when you were looking at Furia was that they would go down early in maps, and maybe they would lose badly on some map and they would lose belief in themselves. It just hasn't happened.
No.
They did lose badly in the second half of Bind, instantly snapped back on their own map pick, and went off to a 10-2 half.
Yeah.
And since then, they've been at the races. They've been the ones in control of the game. So, phenomenal stuff.
Potential history being made for the org and the players.
They're writing the history right now, aren't
They are, yeah. In the present, in the moment. Breeze is what we're heading into. We talked about it, that this is a middle ground map really for both of these teams, but it's a trophy to play for and a ticket to be punched to Santiago for Furia. They just need the one map. MIBR are going to be doing absolutely everything in their power to stop that being the case, to drag it all the way to 5, to see Split in the horizon.
Koala Noob and Alim have swapped pistols here so that Alim can actually get a flash online as well as the Bandit. Is that going to have any relevance? He's walking alone over towards B right now as MIBR breathing down his neck.
It's awkward. Alim is poking, looking for a fair fight, but double high-low holds across the board.
They'll have heard that gate crash.
Yeah, he's tipping back.
But Aspas and Zekken still solid as a rock over here, not rotating, leaving A completely open.
So the A site is ripe for the taking. Spike in the back pocket of Ardzen will eventually start getting onto the site to lay this one down. Smokes will dissipate, and I believe fuel saved in the tank to push them back. It's a very deep wall indeed. Aspas, though, claims the first kill. With Alim down and out, that's suddenly the double door angle that's going to be opened up for them. Feigning like he could be going for the flank as he opens up the door, but now time starting to mount. Pressure's on. Dart needs to be dealt with instantly at that. Koala Noob is going to be sharp onto it. Let's see how the aim rings out when there's players in front of him. Pressure's there. 1-2! Punches them down! Straight through. It's Mazzino, though, to see if he can answer back. And towards it, MIBR finding all sorts of kills. Leaving it just down to EU and Ardzen, but already that pull needs to be precise. Half earned. Pushed on the way. Vulnerable up second. Oh my God! Oh my goodness!
Same situation that we saw steal a round away from C9 earlier today. The body blocks make all the difference in those spots. The time was not there.
Nope.
If the pull goes through, Furia guaranteed win the round. And MIBR pull out a miracle. Not just a body block, but spinning around so they don't get killed afterwards by Ardzen. He should have had that one.
Yeah. Jira, second Jira. Trying to avoid all those bullets. Pistol round win. Exactly what MIBR ordered.
I think that's a first for them as well, getting the opening pistol in a map.
Second now. There's a lot of signs of life here. We'll TP to try and get the hell out. It's awkward though for Koala Noob. Mazzino sidestepping and R-ing, who will eventually fall in the end as plant down. No pushback. Curtain drops though, and the Bucky shot wasn't quite clean enough here. Dart towards the back. There's a pocket to play in. EU unaccounted for, but it won't matter in the end. Zekken sharp, locked in. 5-0 currently.
This is his map to shine. If there's any map in the pool where Zekken has looked like he can take over and dominate a game, it's this one. And letting him get out to a start like this, where he also picks up the defuse and he's one away from an ultimate in round 3. Yeah, that's going to be dangerous, man. That is going to be dangerous. Furia, though, have demonstrated so far, when we've seen them on Breeze, their B-pops, fantastic. Their defense side, the way that they swing and fight and utilize the ops, fantastic. But early doors here, it's MIBR with a chance to establish their own control over the defense side. Light weaponry. 3 Bulldogs, a Stinger. It's not the kind of stuff you want to be taking long-range duels with.
Interesting defense wall.
Yeah, just looking to make it difficult. And the idea would be that a defender could be running around those small pockets that are created by the defensive Viper wall. There's also a pocket for the Viper to play in on that tucked close right side.
Mid-exploration, though, is the name of the game for Furia. They just spot the one. Werner, he's going to be towards top mid, already peeling back. He's giving up a lot of space here.
Kind of has to, because tunnel was swept off.
Yeah.
With the drone clearing up that area, in theory, the B players could now be spotting this line. So Werner could fall off.
Deploying drone.
It's good steps taken so far. Furia just looking to see if they can pull out any more of this utility. Drone, I mean, sees 2, right? So, tag up. Snakebite's going to be peeled out. Furia applying pressure all over the map right now, moving into the B direction. Xeno spotted. Hold on, these shots are rattling, man. The wall just barely saving Allen. Another peek from the side. He is low as anything in this game of timings. Verno just gets a handle on it. EU is handled, spotted out, cleaned up, out towards the side. They haven't dealt with Mazzino.
6 bullets.
Smokes popped up, seeing if he can carve out a bit of space to play in. Artsin's going to be falling. MIBR getting on top of all of this one here, but they do at least Furia clean up towards the back of the sides. Aspas straight back at you. This is a bonus round conversion that has serious danger now that Furia are just left out to the 2. Koala Noob! Koala Noob! Already on for the 1 ace, and now he's spotted out with the last is. Nerve by his side. It's all on Aspas. Defuse stuck onto half. He's bought himself a couple of hours. Needs to secure this kill. Finds it into the 1v1. Spraying down. Bullets running out. But so is time. And Koala Noob can play with that. He can win with that.
No way, he's got it.
No way, no way, no way.
He's robbed Koala Noob.
Oh my God.
Red Bull clutch from Aspas. The fact he got half earlier on.
Playing to your outs.
Yeah, it's made all the difference there. My God, Koala Noob, the aim was so clean as well. That would have been a beautiful ace. And yet here, just finding the jump onto Nerve, completely caught. And Koala Noob's just going for an updraft right click. He knows the guy's weak.
Yeah, he knows he's low.
And look at what that means to him. EU's trying to pick it back up a little bit. But end of the day, that is devastating. That's a bonus round.
Rapid. Koala Noob slingshotting into mid. Trying to make a difference, trying to offset what happened in the last round, and he is so deep onto this line already. Verno just jiggling.
2 out of 5 knives disappeared though.
Tough going. Koala Noob would be hoping for a bit of a reset. Aspas onto the perch. Yeah, on top of this box. Wasn't quite cleared here. Snakebite's dropped down. Leaping around. Koala Noob has found it. It's a good blind though. Great flash. Tex inserting himself again. Just trying to really fight this one. Make it hurt. Putting the squeeze onto the Furia players. Fantastic hold over towards A. 4 rounds now in a row.
In comes Zekken to shut down the Blade Storm. And just as Koala Noob got the knives back, denied. MIBR with a very, very clean beginning here. Straight into the back, that 2K from Zekken.
Bro, I saw the minimap just
Everyone getting a kill? Yeah, yeah, let's go.
POV, me casting. I look at the mini-map, I see people getting killed.
He's feeling a bit left out, I think.
Here comes the B-pop.
Yeah, here it is. Furia have been good for this. Well drilled and executed. Already Yuto's going to be rattled off, but Zek in this close quarters angle coming tonight. Surely there's a trade in sight. Kills going either way, but Aspas! Quick with the reactions. Operator in his hands. The drone buy him a bit more space.
If there's any exec that you've got to be prepped for, it's this one from Furia. And I think MIBR knew exactly what they wanted to do to deal with that. They were fighting really close, spamming to take down Alim early. 0 and 5
Here.
on the attacking Yoru. Furia have to dig themselves out of this hole in the 2v3.
Seen again the discipline from MIBR. No one overstepping themselves. Tex just eager to get a bit of information on the fight. Verno, his time to strike. Swoops into the angle, and Aspas from the arches. 3 in a round for him.
It's Furia's map pick. It's a map that both teams have been very good at, but MIBR dominant so far. The round that Furia closest to win was when they had better economy and Koala Noob nearly aced.
Yeah.
Down.
Look how tight they're holding to the choke point, though.
Nice,
Aspas gets to swing through twice for op kills because there's so much pressure right at the choke. They're boxing them in. And a lot of that is Zeken's position that you called out, being able to take down Alan insta.
Yeah.
And there is a Yoru gap at the moment. It's easier to play the double duelists to some degree on defense side when you can get aggressive TP out. They're very unexpected, their positions. But at the same time, that B-pop has been overwhelming for most teams to deal with. And MIBR made it look like it was nothing.
Slamming the door in their faces here, forcing the timeout for Furia. They need answers. Perhaps it's in the form of Alim as a player as well, picking himself back up. But we were making note of it earlier. This Furia team, they are filled to the brim with players that are looking for either a second chance of redemption or their time to shine in Tier 1. For Alim, it's been essentially this burst upwards into the Tier 1 directory. And it's like, for Alim as a player, getting into a position where he's going to be finding it hard-pressed, I think, to pick himself back up.
Potentially. He wasn't really allowed to play in the previous round.
No.
And he's miles away from his ult, because his only ult points are from dying.
Yeah.
So it's going to be difficult to get him activated. This probably isn't going to be the round. I mean, maybe looking to TP him into a smoke here, so that he could mess around with a stinger.
Sending it again. This time, though, just a one player, so it's delayed. They're trying to play around a lot of these Yuto combos. It's a Hunter's Fury to see if he can collect a kill. I think they hear that one from the drone. No tag. Potentially out of range. Aspas with the knives. Popped, ready to go. Blade Storm online. Full group up for MIBR. Dash is active. Dimensional Drift even being used. MIBR going about this with a lot of caution. That should be 4 players, I think, spotted towards the back of the side. That's a bit of a team flash occurring as well. It's getting a bit messy, whiffy, perhaps indeed, but at close quarters, maybe that's where they thrive. No! Aspas, he slices, he dices, chopping you all to pieces. And the last one spotted, not long for the world. EU will be finished off.
11 and 3. They finally got him activated. This has not been an Aspas showboating kind of game. But here on Prees, this is his playground. And he's going to go into the next with the operator in his hand as well. He's just got so much freedom to run around. These players in backside, pinned into a corner, flashed up, spotted by the Yoru ult. Easy pickings. But now it's Rifles back online, and even an attack side op from Koala Noob. So we get the op v op battle as well. Might end up
down mid?
Yeah, possibly. I think MIBR are more likely to take it elbow.
Aspas for this one. Just a jiggle from Alim. Spots it out. That will be cooled down to the rest of his team.
Koala Noob taking this more towards... Oh, wow. Second finding the peek onto Koala as the orb drops.
He's just using that smoke to get into a prime position.
It's an unusual spot for your attack side Jet to be playing, actually. And nobody clearing that. No drone used earlier on to make sure that the avenue was safe as soon as Nerve's smoke dissipated. It's a terrible beginning, honestly.
Yeah.
Down 0-6.
It's really tough for Furia.
They've been winning so many of these 4v5 rounds across kickoff, but I feel like not as many today. It has, I mean, they've been winning some insane 1v1s.
The 1v1s have kept going, haven't they?
That's true.
Yeah.
But you got to get it to that point first.
Yeah, and it is a test of endurance, these BO5s. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Furia have expended a lot to get here. Smokes, second layer.
30 seconds left.
Drop down now. Anderson is trying to go for a bit of a plant.
Spike entered.
Between the pyramids, MIBR are grouped up.
There's a flash for Alec. He's got on the board. He needs some value here.
Wall up, Cosmic Divide is going to be forcing the issue. Furia are pushed and pressed into this post plan a bit more aggressively than they're anticipating. Alan is straight back onto it, but again, the trades, it's overwhelming. Presence of mind for Furia, for MIBR, I should say. That pack mentality.
Cosmic Divide and everybody on Furia is forced to play on site, but they just don't have the space to be able to play. There's not a player tucked forwards for them to be able to play off. Everyone's just grouped up in a little corner.
Yeah, I mean the A side is brutal. If you get blocked off like that from main, your post plan just gets ruined.
But you could play somebody up at that new box location, try to set up some kind of crossfire, maybe try to push aggressively. Instead, they just got locked off by a portal, and what are you going to do? You're getting squeezed to death by the MIBR retake protocols. This is complete dominance.
MIBR perhaps running away with this map here. The game getting a little bit too real perhaps for Furia. Deep clearance into it, Quality was immediately picked off. That's just Tex. Lit up by a drone, I believe, but he just takes a couple of stray shots. That's all it took, really. Hunter's Fury to see if they can dissuade this, and it does. The plan is not down here. Verno taking his time with it, trying to hop over towards the top. He finds at least one of the targets. Anderson's dropped down to 45. Pit at least in play. Shock darts rebounding. Chip damage mounting. Flash is in your face. Everybody is blind as anything, but a dart was saved for a situation like this. And Aspas creeping up towards the flank here. All makes it hard. Looking for the right options, the right answers to see if he can help his team back into this one. There it is, finally. Finds the time to strike. Pit's going to be dropped down. That was Nerve going down. EU crouched into a corner. Hoping to dissuade that final boss from really taking over, but honestly, this is all MIBR.
Crushing them. Absolutely crushing them. And making this retake playstyle look sublime. The flank with the operator. Aspas mixing up how he wants to play. And Fury are never really able to disrupt this. You know, Alan's throwing out his flashes, trying to slow down MIBR, but no one's swinging off him. There's no post plan flank. There's no threat here. They're just kind of hoping that people walk into the pit. But Nerve backs out of it straight into the op anyway.
Oh yeah, I got it, buddy. No worries.
13-3. Hop in the backpack. Aspas has got space on Breeze.
Taken over.
Here's that B-pop again.
You are divided.
Previously, MIBR be the ones holding it down at the door. That's a big reveal, but no kills claimed. How? Surely, Mazzino's got to go down. Zekan's there immediately.
What?
Zekan!
There's no way!
He's taking over. Let it be known.
One enemy.
Anderson eventually puts a stop to it, but he's just one man. What can you do? A 1v4.
You cannot be getting a double drone tag in that situation and not finding a kill off the back of it.
Insanity.
How has that happened?
Anderson's position spotted out there from the jiggle. Mazzino waiting and pouncing. 9-0 currently, MIBR.
They must have been unloading bullets into the pillar, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's inside a smoke. He can't quite tell exactly where the pillar is. He's just doing wallbang damage repeatedly.
That's insanity.
Oh, the spray control is gorgeous as well. But that is the round where the B-pop should have worked. This is the bread and butter of how this comp gets value on their attack side. You mix in other stuff, of course you do, but you always go back to the B-pop because it's so powerful. And every time Furia have tried it, it's like they just meet a brick wall.
Yeah.
There's nothing going.
First few times, there was that hard hold over towards the choke point. I mean, you had Zekan into the corner, but I think they've been conditioned at this point. I mean, they are sending it. It's not the overwhelming presence of util. They're kind of poking in a little bit. They're sending maybe one player, Koala Noob, updraft dash into it, seeing if they can pull out the next wave of util, but MIBR playing them like a fiddle, man.
Yeah, this is as dominant as Abyss was in the other direction, really.
Yeah.
Abyss got a little bit closer in the second half, but that first half, 10-2, didn't feel like MIBR had a hope. This map, though, was not supposed to be like Abyss, where it's Furia's map pick and maybe one of the weaker maps. It was the only map that we'd seen MIBR lose on. This is supposed to be top of both teams' map pools, really.
Yeah.
Furia picked it because they're thinking, yeah, apart from Abyss, this is probably one of our best chances of being able to take a map.
And they have not been able to find a way in.
Yeah. It's astonishing dominance and brings us back to the double duelist from MIBR is 3-0, looking like it's about to go 4-0 in terms of maps in kickoff. And they're going to be playing it again on split. I'm worried.
Yeah, Furia not finding the right answers. Timeout was taken to see if they can correct the course. They don't have really the money to play with. Aspas already knows this. I mean, he's got the Outlaw primed ready for this occasion. As players spotted. Got to know that tunnel's compromised, and Mazzino hears it all. The updraft dash over towards the top, and that's the clone first. What is that target discipline, Mazzino?
Found them.
Clone first. Mazzino just holds it back.
Oh, what a shock as well.
Wow.
Yeah, Koala Noob's updraft through the smoke is supposed to pull your crosshair. He wasn't worried at all.
No, he had his just aim trained forwards and not even baited by that first clone.
No.
One enemy remaining.
Holds it all the way down. Steady as anything, this MIBR team now. They are driven. They're resolved. Firm as anything here. They're putting on a statement.
It's too clean. It's too clean. They've got a Euro ultimate to be able to run a retake. They've got Mazzino's Cosmic Divide again. You can just play retake A again, and you're just going to box Furia on site. At this point, we're on for a 13-0, right? Like, that's what we're looking at. We're in that kind of territory where you're thinking it's going to be another one of these kickoff 13-0s.
There you are, you little
Perhaps
shit.
seeing signs as well of what we were talking about with that experience diff. MIBR packed to the brim with veterans.
Yeah.
They know what it takes to come back in matches like this.
The atmosphere was very upbeat from Furia at the start of this map. I would be interested at what the tone is like now. When MIBR were getting destroyed on Abyss, Zekken was still laughing and
They were
joking
still
about it the
smiling.
whole time.
Yeah.
I wonder if somebody's keeping that atmosphere up on Furia. Because there's a whole map after this.
Yeah, normally that'll be Koala Noob, but a few glimpses we've seen, he's been, I think, quite frustrated at himself. Play's not quite going his way.
He did lose a big 1v1 to get his ace denied, which, yeah, that's rattling.
And when there's one player that's keeping up the morale, the silence can be deafening. Dash forwards. Trying to cut this one up into the cloud burst again, but that is a huge reveal. Oh my goodness. At least traded in time. Aspas still with that operator. Has that deep sight line. He's just looking for the heads. Target-rich environment.
Our spike carrier is
Looking to take his time with it, and Tex being that foundational player, the rock of this team.
Ardazine's on a sightseeing mission across the other side of the map.
Doesn't have the spike. There's nothing you can do.
30 seconds
30
left.
seconds left, round 11. You just got to save the rifle and hope that you can play around it. But this is, it's just monstrous. You've awoken the beast that is MIBR.
Yeah. And it's rough that you're seeing Alim and Nerve, two rookies, with 3 kills between them right now as well. They're really
10
struggling to
seconds
get online. Now, I'm not saying the fragging on anybody else is particularly great, but they've lived or died a little bit by how well they've been able to activate Alim.
Yeah, and it's scenarios like this as well, where, for example, when MIBR down, they know from experience you can come back
Last
from it. You
round
can
before
find
the
different
switch.
ways. The experience is what you dig deep into to pull
to
yourself out of this pit.
Scanning ahead.
Might not be there for these Furia players.
They could have just played retake on A this round. That would be the most logical thing to do. Instead, mix it up,
Spike down
play off the
A.
dart,
One
have an anchor smoke. There's just so many different looks. And I mean, what is this buy? It's odds and ends.
It's, yeah, whatever you can pull together.
They're thrifting.
Barely anything really, but they're going to be sending it potentially into the brick wall. Aspas slams it shut in their face. Blind by a bit of respite. Pulled back, peeled back, TP back in, and Zekken!
Confidence, man.
He's making a mockery of this moment here. EU at least gets a handle onto that, so the trade in sight. Calling for the pause. Bit of calm in the midst of it. Furia need this to see if they can correct that course. There's a cosmic divide. Vizino,
He's created a little pocket for himself, but he's been spammed.
Yeah, they seem to be aware that he was in that position. 7 HP.
They might have even seen the glow over his head when he ulted there.
Yeah, I'm thinking that.
I need to stop.
Anchor smoke. Play it and drop Furia. Forced to stew in a position like this. It's the last round and a half. He might as well throw everything into it. EU has a big ult. He's playing into main. He's worried about the flank, though. He'd love to use it to set his team up to try and take this site. Shock darts. Sent flying. Walls up. Players
30
creeping,
seconds
working
left.
their way in, but Mazzino's angle, is this going to be accounted for? Allen doesn't want to overstep himself. The swing out to plant tonight. Hunter's Fury meant to offset this one, but the players are all the way towards the back. With the backs against the wall, it's up to Allen to see what he can do, but it's too much to deal with. It's overwhelming. The presence of MIBR. 12 rounds in a row.
Fury have been great on the pistols, but I want to see a 13-0 here. I mean, it's just iconic. A 12-0 half is absolute dominance from the super team in map 4. They were the ones up against the ropes here. They were the ones potentially getting knocked down to the middle bracket.
Remaining.
And they've answered back, and some.
Yeah. Absolutely unreal stuff from MIBR. Listen, stick around. I don't want to sell you a bridge, but I mean, I'm not going to sell you a bridge. Let's see if the 13-0 happens.
Slide through, making moves, tell them fact check, go and get the truth. Who you know like us, go and get it jumping, gotta be the shoes. I was down bad, tripping, still kept the vision, had to see it through. Got them all tuned in like we in the hills, whole lot of views. Know they watching, what they saying, 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 what they saying. Know they watching, what they saying, 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 what they saying. Know they watching. Whole lot of views for real, just like a real for real. Gotta re-up the deal, we got the mass appeal. Whole lot of facts on facts on facts on facts on facts for real. Major League World Series Game 7, whole lot of cap for real. We better be gone, I used to just do it for fun. For real now we gotta get to it and hustle, man, we gotta get to the funds. The pressure been stacking up tons, we on our way up, just trust. Baby, we winning, they throwing the ones. Baby, I'm saying it ain't what it was. Okay.
For our upper bracket grand final, this is more than likely going the distance all the way to split. The question stands, how will we be getting there? Will it be a 13-0 clean sweep as we head into split, or will Furia be able to just at least get a bit of morale beneath them, a couple of smiles on their faces, realizing the situation you're placed in? You can only laugh, I think.
Yeah.
You can only laugh.
I mean, it's not one where you're reliving every round thinking, oh, we could have won. You're getting destroyed here.
Yeah.
Like you said, though, the question is just how we get to split rather than whether we get to split. It's been 1,026 days. Loud versus EG. I remember
split.
It. Iconic.
Yeah, and then EG went on to win champs that year, so. Furia, well, you want to get 13-0'd.
Yes.
It will bode well, apparently.
Toss the pistol. I mean, a 13-0 in the finals to define who the best Americas team is in Kickoff would be iconic.
Yeah.
We'd be remembering this one.
We'll see if MIBR can get it done. Allen. The wall making it awkward in terms of the angles. He wants to try and fight, and he just steps into it. MIBR, diligent, holding, waiting for the peak. It's that cold composure that you're going to see on display from MIBR. They know they don't have to rush into anything. Peeking on wide, Koala Noob, activating, and even those few stray shots at the end, there was a chance that he could at least do a bit of damage and more to Aspas.
He was the player that stepped up in the closest round Furia had. Was almost on for an ace.
Yeah.
It's a 3v3. Aspas dies to a single bullet coming out from EU's Sheriff. but Nerve is the one that's posted with a ghost in hand.
Just jiggling the line over towards that pyramid.
30 seconds
Spots
left.
it. Signs of life. Backs himself up. Hello. Hell of a shot. Aspas. Finished off. The wall's going to be dropping in EU, ready to respond. And there it is. They get the pistol. No 113-0's Furia. Not this iteration.
Nobody beats Furia 13 rounds in a row. Let that be a lesson to you. And now the greatest comeback in Valorant history.
Okay, man, okay. Yeah. When would you believe that?
No 13-0!
Yeah.
Yeah, you've avoided the history books. You've avoided the history books.
When would you believe?
When would I believe? I think we'd have to be seeing a score of something like 12-8.
Yeah.
Like, I think they'd have to win another 7 in a row, something like that. Maybe even 8 in a row. Like, one big rifle round where it gets to the point before you're in OT, something like that. It's just any small mistake, any big solo round.
And it's done.
Yeah. Comebacks like this should not happen.
No. Koala Noob?
I think we have ever in Valorant seen a 12-0 comeback. But I don't think we've ever seen one at the tier 1 level. I'm sure the super fans are going to correct me if I'm wrong about that.
The historians, we need them to get on the case, I think, with that. Because,
One enemy remaining.
okay. Cleaning up. Eco kills. You definitely need that to get the confidence back up.
Yeah, it will be nice for the Furia guys to feel like they're going into map 5 and they're not completely cold.
Yeah.
I think in terms of your individual confidence, it can make a big difference. Like whether or not you feel good enough to go for a peek and take that extra fight, or whether you let opportunities slip you by.
Woo! No pie, no pie, no pie.
Didn't realize he was on for it. Okay.
He was 3-13, and I was thinking about saying he might not even pie because they'll lose the map too quick. And I thought, bit harsh.
Well, Nerve. Still a chance.
Don't.
Well, okay. Well, I mean,
I
I'm paying attention now to it, aren't I? So it was pointed out for me. Alim.
I mean, that's a hell of a shot. I don't think he realized how good that shot was.
Is that into the smoke?
Yeah, it was mid-dash.
Okay, but I'm not anticipating this. Second, found a potential angle. Just missed this chance. Shocks will ricochet. Double outlaw, though. Bit of a clearance towards the box. Koala's got to be careful about this one. Mazzino now with the plant. Managed to push them back.
Toxin screen down.
2 players will go down to a single shot of the outlaw. Zekin and Tex, the ones with the full armor. Arzin's found it. Tex finished off. For a bit more, but he smokes dissipating. Mazzino.
Snappy.
Very snappy stuff, and now it's getting dire. Pressed to the brink. Mazzino's looking to put on an absolute display of dominance, but shut down before the clip was online. At this point, though, it's inevitable. We will be going to split MIBR. They want to take him all the way there, straight to the distance here in our upper bracket grand finals. All on the line.